Morning, people. What's happening? So, starting my vlog. It is like about 7 o'clock. Got everything ready. Get to the van. Get going to West London for a day in your life. Wow, I'm impressed, man. W me. I was so impressed with how much stuff I fitted in the small lift. Give me a W in the comment section below, people. So we've got to disconnect this hob today. The injectors and the cables were faulty, so they needed replacing, and we needed to get it done in a day. So this is the day in your life. So we started with disconnecting the hob, obviously the gas. My uncle is gas registered, and disconnecting some of the screws which held in the hob from the bottom and pushing it up and making sure that it was free so we could push it out of place. But we had to remember where all of these went because this was specifically fitted by a kitchen fitter which actually made grooves underneath. You can't really see it, but I thought I might as well tell you for context. W for me for being informational. And getting all of these screws out was definitely a challenge, and keeping them in one place is what you want to do. So as you can see, we can now get to the injectors and the cables, which we are actually replacing today. So it wasn't a job where you could just rush and do it. So I thought I would take my time, and it did take us a little bit of time. There's a little unit where my uncle's hand is just there, which each of the cables go to, and it's actually labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it makes it perfect sense. I only really found this out when I started to take it apart, but you learn with my content. I learn myself. So if you're learning, keep subscribing, keep liking, drop a little comment in it, because all of these videos take me a long time to make. It takes me time to think about what I'm even going to say on these videos as well. So I want you guys to show a bit of appreciation in the comment section below and on the like button as well. Remember, it's all free. These were held in by a little clip, which was so fiddly, and I had to work out how to do the first one. And once I got the first one, I was on a roll, literally just popping them in and out, making sure they go in and doing them one by one. I find doing something one by one, you're less likely to make mistakes. And this is something which I've learned over the period of time. Even though we like to rush and we like to do jobs and be efficient as possible, do things one by one. It's less likely that you will make mistakes if you do things like this. And obviously have your boots on as well. You see my boots in the back. Shout out Regatta, because they always got me looking fly. Need to get a haircut soon, guys, but that's coming very, very soon. So working with my uncle, he's actually telling me what to do at this point. There is no sound at this point because, you know, it's a time lapse. But I wanted to tell you that there was a process, and learning what cables, what to go where, because there's one extra long cable, and that extra long cable done the big hob, which is at the end, which you can see now. But it all was a process. I'm actually happy that I actually got this job done, because when he was telling me, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know, man, this seems like it's going to be a lot. But every day can be a challenge for a plumber, you know, if you're willing to learn and learn new skills. I'm with people who are highly qualified, 52 years experience. I've actually got a van conversation coming out very soon on my page, which you guys should check out, because you never ever get to hear my uncle speak. It's just me. But you're going to hear him speak, and I asked him a few questions as well. So I think it will be interesting for my audience, for people to tap in and get that little bit of knowledge, not just from myself, but from the person who actually got me into plumbing and the person who I work with mainly all of the time. So most recently, my uncle's had a little bit of an injury, so you will be seeing him on a lot of jobs in the background, and I will be doing most of the jobs. But I don't mind sharing the load at the end of the day, because this is how you're going to learn, people. You're going to learn by throwing yourself in the deep end. Obviously, doing things safely and making sure that you're working safe is the first thing. I would never advise someone to start doing this. I do this because I work with someone who's a gas engineer, and most of the gas stuff he's done himself. This is just the cables being connected, which go into a little, like a junction box, and they obviously power it when you put the plug on the bottom. So it makes sense, you know. You just got to think about the process on how things go.
The key thing I want people to take away is these injectors and the cables.
Not
You had to
always
be very
available
patient with
online.
them.
The
I
information
can't be
is not
like a
always
bull in a
available.
china shop.
But when you got half a cent,
they hold
you can
in
work
by a
things out.
small little clip, which you pull down at the bottom and you slide out.
But sometimes, with a few of them, I was finding the pipework was in the way. So I had to disconnect the pipework and obviously take off the 2 screws which were in the front. I'm so happy I've got this security screw set, which made things easy for me, because I was wondering, where's all my bits? I was going to buy a new wearer one, but sometimes people, we ain't just got the money all the time to be spending on the tools. And I have got a lot of bit sets as well. So I made sure I carried them today. And I made sure I had my light, because, you know, we're just underneath a hob and I need to see everything. This Nubo light, which I will be doing a review on my page, which will be coming out soon. And I'm doing a comparison against the old light, which I used to use, which is the M12 light, they're both really good lights, really. But the Nubo light, it wins it hands down for me. And it's amazing to have a stand like that, so you can work clearly. As you can see on my face, I look like I'm being a doctor right now, like I'm on a surgery. But I've got
just had to go to a quick job. So around the corner from where we're working, needed a nut and an olive. Sometimes you just need this, and you just don't have these things. Good thing we have the van and loads of stock as well, because without that, you'd be fucked, as they say. Fucked.
It is the perfect time in this video to remind you to subscribe, put on your notification bells, and also drop a comment as well, because day in your life videos take up a lot of time for me to edit it. It takes time for me to think about what I'm going to say. I don't just like to babble on it. I like to give you my honest thoughts on the day, because a lot of people are interested what a plumber does. All jobs are different. I'm not going to be able to film in everywhere where I work, but I try and give you as much content as I can. So when I've got back to this leak, you can see it's just going into a little small bowl. I think they're dessert bowls and all that, but I'm not sure. Someone tell me in the comment section. Let's see if you lot know your desserts, what dessert bowl this is. Anyway, I'm encouraging you to comment, because that's what it's about. I make content so I can engage with people, especially people who follow me. I've had a few messages from a few people who have been interested in being a plumber, and I like to just put out a general day, and this is a general day. So we're going from the hob to a little leak. Again, you're going to have to travel to go to these places. You being sharp on figuring out a problem and finding a way how to fix it is actually going to make you a better plumber. I do not have a super duper kit when it comes to plumbing. I've got a lot of tools, but I know what to do with them as well. So I always wipe down my joints just to make sure you don't miss where the leak's coming from. And that's easy. In and out, quick, get back to the other job at the hob. But I thought I'd just show you the travelling, because I do be outside people, man. And a couple of people have recognised me when I'm in West End, man. Big you lot up, man. Never small yourself up. My subscribers. Make sure you like, share and subscribe, people. It's that easy sometimes when you know what you're doing. But I've been a plumber for 22 years. That's 2 decades and a change. So I should understand what I'm doing at this point. And I should be really comfortable as well. So back on the hob, I had to make sure that I tightened up anything that I loosened. And again, putting all of these screws back in was like, where's Wally? You got to remember where everything is. Then you got to make sure it sits in properly, because it doesn't need to sit at an angle. So I've got to put all of the screws in the bottom of it while we still test and make sure that its functionality is working properly. As you can see, my uncle's in the back doing the delegating. We nearly wore the same top on this video. I was going to ask him, like, what's going on? You trying to twin me? But it was all good. Every day is different as a plumber, and actually working with qualified tradespeople, you're going to learn so much. You know, you can only learn so much by watching my videos and understanding what a day for me is like. Everybody's days are different. Sometimes we do some emergency jobs. Sometimes we do scheduled in work. But if you've enjoyed this day in your life with me, make sure you subscribe. make sure you smash that notification bell and drop a little comment as well. Just let me know you're subscribed, because I'm trying to build a community. I've always been trying to tell people this. I'm never going to stop saying this. We've got goals in this community to get to. I will start doing some lives on my page again soon, but I'm focusing on making better quality content, and hopefully you guys stick around to the end and press subscribe as well, because that's what matters to me. I've been telling you this time and time again. It's a community on my page, so make sure you join the community and don't miss out on the next time when I'm uploading. Let's roll the end of the video.
Today was a bit of a long day, you know. Look how I packed my bag. It's only that my uncle's leg is not working. I have to carry everything, but it's, what time is it? It's 1:55. I can't believe we're leaving at this time, but we need to leave at West End at these types of times because the traffic is murder, and I got to work late today, so you know it's a bit behind and stuff like that, but ended up doing the 2 jobs which we came to do. Couldn't do the other one, but we're coming back Saturday to finish it off. So a win's a win, and that's how it goes sometimes when you do plumbing. You try to plan, but we don't just do plumbing, as you see. We do heating, plumbing, gas. So that's it. It's a day in your life, really. And got to drive back home.